All right. Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm Candy Reker, and I'm going to spend the next hour with you giving you a highlight overview of the value of the Income Navigator community and how to make the most of it while you're here with us. I have a lot of material to cover, and I will probably not have a lot of time for extra questions. So if you'd like, a little bit later in the presentation, I'll show you an area that if you didn't get your questions answered today, drop me a line and let me know. We're going to be continuing to incorporate information about the platform as it continues to grow at a high velocity. So I appreciate you coming today. And we have both existing long-term members as well as our new members. So it's a welcome to all of you. And thank you for spending the time with me. I wanted to thank Igor and Tom for inviting me to be a part of the community. And I look forward to working with all of you. I've been in the markets investing since 1987 and trading since 2008. I've worked for other companies in the past in an educational capacity and done mentorships and coaching and one-on-one help. So I look forward to working in the community and building out those opportunities that we might be able to work together. I'm not going to take time and go into my background in detail, but I'll show you where you can get to know me better, the details of my background. I have an extensive business and marketing and sales background as well as trading. And so I encourage you to get to know me, and I look forward to working with everyone. The journey we're all on is trying to achieve our goals, our financial goals, our livelihood goals. A lot of us work full time and try to trade. And so knowing your goals and knowing what you're here to accomplish is kind of the first step of what you want to be present to, because then everything else can flow from there. So spend time working with why you're here, how we can help you while you're here, and the amount of content that's been created to support you is growing with high velocity. Igor and Tom provide a lot of quality content with transparency and consistency that you won't find hardly anywhere in the industry. And if you do find it, it's going to cost you many thousands of dollars. So the value they create here is extensive. I've been here since we were on Slack, and now we're on Discord, and that provides quite a powerful opportunity of growing the content and improving it. And I've just never seen it any better. So if you've joined us newly, you're at a great time. And if you've been here, you can appreciate the journey we've all been on of following these great traders and being a part of this community. I want to point out to everyone that it's more than information. It's a combination of content and community. So when you step into the platform, you need to realize that you're representing the overall product. You become part of your sharing process, becomes part of the value that gets created for others. And so as we go on this journey, we're just going to provide you some guidelines. We're going to provide you with goals and objectives and the transparency that is going to help you achieve that. And so we want you to spend a little time before, if you're newer, before you just jump in. And we kind of want to give you how you can be successful with the least amount of time. But we do want to give you some guidelines because some of this trading might be new for some of you. You might be having received just alerts previously from a service or trying to learn how to trade on your own. And this is a lot different. This is going to teach you how to be empowered as a trader and how to be prosperous and successful. This isn't going to just feed you little fish. This is going to teach you how to be a fisher person. And that's the most powerful long-term goal that we would all want to achieve. We're going to talk about best practices, and I'm going to say it from the beginning. Give yourself the gift of time. Learning trading and psychology of trading and trade setups and trade management doesn't come overnight. And the amount of transparency and information here is really hard to achieve. So it's easy to get excited, but there's a lot of content. It's like a big buffet. And if you ever went to a buffet when you were too hungry and started to overeat, you know what that feels like afterwards. We can sometimes become overwhelmed, overloaded, discouraged. We have to try to match the content with where you are in your trading journey. If you're newer, take time. If you're more experienced, go ahead and jump in more. But overall, we'll give you a structure of what we recommend on how to get started. So with that being said, let's get started. So the opportunity is going to be put into categories so that you can understand the value that's here and how to work within it. The Income Navigator has a growing content, and you're all a part of that creation. It's a team and a community effort. So put together the content and the community is where the knowledge base comes in. Information just alone doesn't really have a lot of value. It's a little boring, but when we can inject people's experiences, their questions, it makes us see a broader window than if we were just thinking ourselves. We don't always know what we should know, but sometimes people can ask questions or make comments, or they are great at sharing their content of what they're doing. You know, we encourage that. It just needs to be structured in the right place so it can be captured and valued and grown and enhanced. And so we're going to give you the guidelines for how to do that successfully. The trading plans, very consistent, transparent, very thorough, very detailed. We're going to touch on that, show you where they are, how to use them. Trade spreadsheets that are amazing, how you can watch trades in real time, how you can keep up. If you're not able to spend all your day here with us, you know, how can you do it quickly and efficiently? And then the traders are expanding. Trade alerts are expanding. So how to keep up with those, how to stay current, how to do that within the community, because what we have to realize is that what we're doing and saying is visible to everyone here. So we want to be respectful to each other. We need to respect our time and the traders' time. The traders work really hard with creating the value of showing you and us the examples of how to be a successful trader. They share their setups, they share their management, their exits, entries, all of it. But we need to do it efficiently that allows them to continue to expand the educational content that we all are looking for and searching for. And there's going to be a way that we can do that to help each other. And then communicating and sharing. There's so many great members here, and we want to encourage people to get to know each other. Great sharing of all kind. But again, we're going to show you how to do it, where to do it, and give you a roadmap that might help you along the way. All right, so let's look at the structure, the community. We have traders in this community that are from all around the world. They have large and small accounts. They have different experiences. They come in from not different knowledge bases, and we all are gelling our information together to really, as a team, I know you've worked in teams and you know the value of the strength of what a team can create. It's a lot more than we can individually. So we have people here that are just getting to know us. We welcome all of those people all the way up through mastermind traders, that you're going to get a sense and see what their contribution is to this community. Also, you'll see time and time again how generous members are to jump in and help answer questions, help get you to find the content you need, and give you some sound advice along the way. Every day when I see the sharing and the support of each other, it's really a great place to spend your time, and it's highly valued. The content used to be stored on a different platform. Igor moved us onto Discord, so everything currently right now is here. We'll probably be introducing an educational platform that will reside somewhere else that is currently in process. So we'll continue to expand the opportunities and grow your knowledge base and opportunity. The primary channels that I'm going to be walking you through, I've highlighted which ones, if you're new, that you should focus on. There's a general category, a moderator, trade alerts category, contributors corner, which is new, an IN channel, primary, that one is highlighted, and the moderators alerts, because most traders are here to see the alerts, to learn from the alerts, to implement alerts, but we encourage you to develop your own plans first before you start trading and taking trades that may not meet your risk parameters or your capital sizing. There's work that has to be done in advance to set you up for success. So if you start in those two channels, those will help get you started the quickest with the least amount of information that may have you doing things that might not be ready yet, because there's quite a lot here that has very high value. But focus in the beginning, limited focus, will get you on your feet faster. You'll be successful. You'll be meeting your goals more quickly. And then you have the ability to grow with us over time, because the content is created for you every day, and it's new and expanding and it's different. So it's an exciting place to come, and it's very unique and different from any of the other places that I've been. There's also a strategy forum and discussion that's a powerhouse that's being developed and created, and I'll demonstrate how to use those and leverage them. And then there's a resources channel and a voice channel that sometimes the traders jump on and do live trading, or live reviews of conversations or information. If there's anything important that's time sensitive, they may just call a meeting and jump on. There is a limited bandwidth for that, so it's not always used as a platform for informing everyone, because it does have limited space. But if you start with the ones that are highlighted, they're going to get you going and they're going to ramp you up quickly. The traders that are here, the Mr. Top Tick architect, Igor, he primarily focuses on 112 bear trap trades and has an amazing short SPY put Monday, Wednesday, and Friday strategy. You'll see where that's located. He does do other trades too. You'll see that in his trade alerts, but those are his primary bread and butter trades that he continues to create content from videos. You'll see a lot of good strategy sections where he goes into, how to do it. And there's not many traders that share with the clarity that's here that you can implement and make money on. And then Tom, we have the income navigator architect, Tom. He primarily trades 112 portfolio. And I say portfolio because there's several trades that are 112 that work together to support each other. And it's a portfolio of trades. And I'll show what their names are and how to look at them and how to utilize them. And then short strangles. Those are his primary. He does many others, but you're going to see in his trading plan what his core approach is. And Gabe is here. Gabe does volume profile in another part of the Discord, not in our group, but that is an available service. And he also does futures trading. So Gabe has been here on the ground floor, and he shares his trades in our section, primarily broken wing butterflies and other butterflies and various trades. So that's available for you to also follow. There's myself, who has joined as a moderator, and I'm developing the content to work with our traders in a coaching, mentoring, and one-on-one focus. If that's something that you'll be interested on, you'll be hearing more of that as we develop it in the future. And then we have a contributor channel, which is new. And what Tom and Igor have done are selected people in our community who have been here, who demonstrate how they've learned the value of the trades, the setups, how they incorporate it for themselves, how they change it and enhance it. And so Stacy and Eddie are the first two members in that area, and they're sharing their trades, their journey. And so they're new contributors that please watch their story. Stacy is going to be sharing a $25,000 trading account and her journey with that. And Eddie is a powerhouse on back testing, sharing results, ratio spreads, and very creative use of risk management and leveraging the trades, a different combination of trades. So that every trader tends to take the same information and then makes it theirs so that it fits their risk profile, their capital, and their profitability. We're all here for the same reason. We'd like to make money. That's something you're going to find in this Discord that is unique from a lot of others. It really is possible. And it really is possible to do it quickly over time. But you need to be consistent, stick within and manage your risk, and access the content that's here, because you can create your successful financial future staying with us, growing with us, but being disciplined in your approach and leveraging the information that's already been created that's proven. These are not new strategies. They're just good, solid, consistent strategies that if implemented properly, success is yours also. Trading plans. Tom shares his trading plan that he currently is trading in a $400,000 account. It provides information on entry, exit, risk management. He shares his financial goals, his trade strategies, allocations, trade adjustments. He also uses this umbrella trading plan to implement in the other accounts that you get to watch and see here. And that's the small account plan and the IRA. The real-time new addition is our spreadsheets. Currently, there will be a unique individual spreadsheet for each account that Tom is trading. He trades the 3. So he's got a large 400,000 account. He has the IRA, which is about probably 250. And then he does a small account for people who are trading in the 10, 20, $30,000 range. So there's something here that should be applicable to all traders for your capital that you're currently leveraging. And that spreadsheet is very creative because he's giving you total transparency into all the details of his trades, all his capital, all his trades. He's logging every trade as it happens. They're numbered, they're by strategy. He's monitoring and managing the results of strategies so that he can see how they're performing, make any adjustments necessary, and how to leverage the capital the most efficiently in the account to have the best returns. So it's amazing. And I'm so thankful to be a part of it and to be able to share it with you. So we're going to just try to hit the questions first before we get into the platform and I go into detail for you, of trying to maybe eliminate some of the questions that come up the most. And that way it helps you get more effective more quickly, because these are, common questions that are just background information. Where is the current trading plan? It is in the Income Navigator channel in the strategy guide section, and I'll show you where that is. Same thing with the current spreadsheets, Income Navigator channel. In the strategy guide, you're going to see a pattern here of the highly valued channels that you want to make note of. Those are your go-to places first. And I'll show you where they're located. Always a common question. Are the sessions recorded? Always yes. Where are they located? There's two types of videos that are done. There's videos that are done like this that are for the members, done during the day. Those go into the member video channel. Why is that? Those are just for you, our members. They're not shared outside of this community. They're part of the value of what you're receiving being here with us. And then Tom does daily videos also and shares those with the YouTube community, which is maybe how some of you found your way here. And those are for general distribution, but he does a recap at the end of the day where he does market overviews. He talks about maybe new trade implementations and where his margin is, how he's managing it, so that he's informing members of trades that are open, trades that are closed, things that you'll want to keep up with because it gives you a sense of how he's managing his account. But the details go out to YouTube, so a lot of the proprietary information you won't hear on it, but you'll still want to spend your time listening and learning to what Tom's up to. And the other one is when you close the 112 put debit spread or a naked put, can you close it early? So the answer is these are your trades. You have to make your own. You'll only watch Tom and Igor as they share their trades. They really don't want you just taking their trade alerts. They want you to become a trader who has a trading plan, who has a understanding of how the strategies work, so that you can make those decisions yourself. But there is supporting content that will help you determine what works for you and what are other people doing. Tom and Igor are very clear at showing you what they do, but that's for them. You have to make this your own and have it be what works for you. And I'll show you a little later why you might want to lean in the direction of repeating what they do, because their results are pretty impressive. And that's the value of being here, is not going out and reinventing the wheel. You want to get to what really works, what works now, what needs to be changed as markets evolve over, the period of time. They're always changing their colors and what they react to and what's on their mind. And you want to know what those things are and how your trades are going to react in all those market environments. So of course, you always have the ability to trade your trades as you see them. But in the trading plan, Tom is very specific on how he trades his. And so I would always start there. And the trading plan is like your best friend. When you want to ask a question, it's good to go there first because it's probably there. Now, sometimes we don't always understand the terminology or the context that it's being shared in, and you may want to clarify questions, but please start with checking it out first and then asking clarifying questions to make sure you understand it correctly. In addition to the trading plan, there's a strategy forum and discussions that evaluate this for different strategies, because there's other educators in the market, Tasty Trade, that has their parameters that they recommend for how to manage trades. We are a combination of many different trading strategies. We don't follow anyone's specific strategy. We really kind of are a grow your own place. So we do what works for us. That doesn't mean it's going to work for you, but we don't just take other strategies off the shelf from other companies and say, this is the way we think you have to do it. We want you to come up with what works for you. And they're going to share very clearly what works for them. Another common question, can I share my trade entries? This is in the trade alerts area. This is a big one that we're really going to have to, as the community grows and our members start sharing great support to each other, questions, they want to modify trades. I mean, it's a great, great learning area, but when the traders post their trade alerts, it's really important that we start to adhere to some guidelines that works for everybody. We have new members here that are learning and they need focus and limited communication in there. It's really intended for when a trade is placed by our trader and there's a trade posted, and I'll show you where that section is. We want to make sure that the communication is only directly to the trader and only when communication on clarification is needed. We want to reduce the amount of unnecessary communication in there or sharing. That's really not the area we want you to share in. We do provide those areas for you to share away because it's fun to watch member to member members working together. But that area is specifically for the traders, just to help people clarify and help them through the process on opening, adjusting, and closing trades. So beyond that, I'll show you where to take the valuable contribution you all make. It's just going to be in a different area. And I'll show you what happens when you're trying to monitor these trades, of what happens on how all the extra work. I mean, it just gets to be where it's double the work for the traders, and it's really which then makes them less available to be answering questions. So I'm going to help you through there. We're going to dig into that, and we're going to really hone that area and improve it. And so should you say that? Should you say, oh, I'm changing this trade. I think I'm going to do XYZ. No, that would be where you would want to share that concept in the member trade area. That would be great. Or in the off-topic content. If you want to say, on another trade, you had great results. Again, off-topic content is for our members and the member trade areas. Those trade alerts are for the traders, just to be helping the members directly. How can I hedge my trades? That is a common one. And it's an important one. And it's one that maybe people don't realize gets discussed frequently by Tom, but you may not understand the value of the trades he's talking about. So you may not know quite yet how to structure those and how to apply them to your trading. But as I said before, Tom has a portfolio of trades and they range in a short-term 112, maybe 60 days, a long-term 112, 120 days, he has a BA 112 and a FB 112, and it's a portfolio of trades. And you would use those trades to accomplish different things. They're not the same trade, even though they have the same designation of the 112. They have very different trade structures. And if he put hedge behind maybe a BA 112 hedge, maybe you could then start to connect the value of what that trade is being used for, or FB 112 hedge. He also, so he has those trade structures. You'll definitely see him trade, and you'll want to learn about those because they're very important, especially as you leverage up your capital in the 112. You want to be able to have buffers on that do hedge it, providing support to other trades in your portfolio. Tom may or may not decide to hedge one of his 112s. He usually shies away from it. He will hedge other trades in his portfolio. He will hedge differently at different times in the market. So in a trade alert, you might see him placing an additional put debit spread or a long put. So those are hedges. He's doing hedging. He just doesn't talk about hedging because hedging is like a religion. Everybody has an opinion on it, and one size does not fit all. We have to find what works for us, what works for our trade structures that we're trading in our portfolio. We usually, because some of us have larger accounts and we want to get a large amount of capital out in the market, we trade larger, but we want buffers to hedge our capital in different market environments. So go there to his trade alerts, watch what he's doing, go over and ask, why did you put that trade on? He's very good at sharing that information. Don't ask it in the trade alert area, but go over to the area where we all communicate, ask him, oh, what were you seeing in the market or in your portfolio that made you want to add that trade? Because we are managing more at a portfolio level. That's why we're encouraging people to spend time, watch, listen, learn, get up to speed. There's recordings on everything to get you started from, day one to whenever. The sky's the limit. So there is also robust content located in the strategy forums and discussion. Go there, spend time reading, learning, communicating with the other members. They're very good on sharing their experiences, good, bad, and ugly, to learn from. And another one, I'm new. What should I ask in the Income Navigator in chat general? This area is viewed by all members. It is your opportunity. This is not available hardly anywhere. Your opportunity to discuss trading strategies and ask questions directly from the traders and the moderators directly. So what does that mean? It's like real estate, location, location, location. That is a very important channel to us. When you're asking, realize your content is going out to every member of this community. So when you're asking, represent yourself well. You want to keep away from duplicate questions. So if you're new, sometimes things are just readily available. And if you go through the process of the getting started and getting your feet on the ground, you just don't want to go out there and just ask a general question like, where can I find the trading plan? That we expect our new members to spend time learning and getting acquainted with where your resources and tools are. Just as a trader, you want to arm yourself with it. And we want to be constructive. We don't want people there, doing FOMO, promoting themselves. We don't believe in news. Most people have their own news sources. News is market noise. It's usually used to manipulate traders in and out of trades, which is what the market does, fear and greed, FOMO. And we don't want people to promote themselves or other products in that area. And please avoid fear mongering. I've seen that, and it's just really not a communication that we would want our members to be a part of. So when you're there, realize the value and the opportunity of what's available to you and go accordingly. But they encourage questions. They encourage and support your learning. All right, so what are you going to do now? You want to generate results. You want to get started. You're in an amazing community with exciting things going on. People are winning, people lose, people share it, there's a lot going on. And so how do you leverage it? Remember, I said in the beginning, give yourself the gift of time. I've kind of just laid out the phases that I think are going to be helpful when you're new. Observation the first week. Don't force yourself, because you have to understand the strategies. You have to understand your capital, how you want to set your capital up and use it. These are usually not just single trades, they're strategies. that you can put some good capital behind depending how you want to do it, but that's up to you. So know what you're trading, study the trading tools. I just went over all that's available to you. Take time. Go with a risk first and a trading plan where you know what the risk is. Don't ever blindly just take a trade because somebody else did. It might not be a trade you're experienced taking. And these trades do perform differently because we're dealing in a portfolio and they all are supporting each other and working together, and they produce pretty amazing results. But you have to set them up to work together right. You can't overload the boat, you can't underload it. It takes time to get the finesse of how to structure your portfolio for success. Take the time. And then trading and producing profits, that's the ultimate goal, what we're all here for, and many members accomplish and share that with you. So I just give you a guideline of how to set yourself up to get started. All right, so let me see if it'll let me take my, there we go. All right. Thanks for your patience, your waiting. So let's get our hands dirty in the fun of all of this. So I'm going to show you areas that are key and important. I'm going to try to show you some, ooh, here's a new channel. This will be a good one to learn from. All right, so here is all the channels that are available to us. Okay, and then we'll see, and I'm going to start at the top and then just work down and try to point out. I can't get into all of them. There's so much value and content here. I'm just going to give you the treetops, and I want you to dig into what is what fits for you and what makes sense. So when you see something like this, all of your channels are customizable. So when a new one is added, this would be a new one. You just click on your what's suggested here, the channel. And then here's some information about what's being shared. And then up here, so you can determine if this is something you're interested in or not. If you aren't, you just close your channel. If you are interested, see the channel, it says this channel is not on your channel list. And then add to channel list. And that's as easy as that. One of the important things when you're new, you want to go browse channels, and you want to look at what's been highlighted. Okay, here's an example of a channel that I do not have selected. So what does that mean? That doesn't come up on my menu list, and I'm not going to see the communication that happens here. So for each category, we want to go through and we want to review what's been selected and what's not selected. Maybe you don't want all this information. Maybe you don't want additional areas to communicate. You just take those off, and that will help reduce the volume of channels and the volume of communication and the volume of subjects. You might just be in here for a handful, and that'll just speed your time along where you're just going to get the content you want. Not all of it. It's not all necessary. So take time to go through all of it, add new channels as they come, and avoid the ones that you're not interested in. Totally customizable to you. Off topic, this area would be where you want to spend your time. It's a good time, like end of the day, traders kicking back, just communicating, getting to know each other better, blowing off some steam, making jokes, having fun. We encourage that. This is a great community. But if it doesn't pertain to everyone, or it's things that might be, not something for everyone to, see, come in here and spend time, talking with your friends, getting to know other people. But this is a good area of where to spend member to member time that's really off topic. The P&L area is where people come to celebrate. They show the results. You may or may not want to come here. It gives you a feel for traders, what traders are up to, what they're creating. You may want to ask these traders, you know, how are they getting their success? It just gives you a feel of who a trader is and what they're doing. But unfortunately, you won't hear all the details. You'll just kind of hear the treetops. This is a treetop area. It's a celebration. I'll show you where you'll be able to get more specifics on member trades. Here's a very important area. This is the moderator trade alerts chat. Let's figure out how to make this efficient and effective for you. People say, how do I follow? How do I get updates? This is very important to be effective and efficient in this area. Let's go into Tom's trades. First of all, this area, you have the ability to filter what you want to see and what you don't want to see. That's not available in all channels, but in this it is. So he just opened a new trade. We'll go to a new one today. This one. These are all his open trades. Well, before I do that, these are all his open trades. They're listed, the trade type, what category, and that they're open. If you just wanted to check and look for all the strangles, you could sort by that. I do all or limited. And so again, it cuts down on the communication because you can notice when they're highlighted here and lit up, that means there's new information in here. So I'm going to dissect this one for you. We'll see what's in here. This is how we create our value, is learning from these trades that are high value trades. And so making sure we understand them, how to apply them, how to manage them is really important. So Tom, he numbers trades mostly, and he'll give you the underline. Now, this is an area that's different for each broker, is how the date is shown. So if your dates don't match from broker to broker, it's okay. I'll show you how to overcome that. And then he tells you the type of trade. He gives you the parameters of the strikes. And then he usually gives a great example of the trade setup. And then he's selling to open, the type of trade, the strikes, and how much credit he received. He says the structure, what the trade is called. And then this is the key important part of how to not worry about brokers having different dates, is the days to expiration. The dates are not important. The number of days to expiration are. So you can simplify all of that for yourself. Just go to the days to expiration. You're on the same page as him. It's the same trade. It's just called something different from broker to broker. So what do I do then? If I'm interested in this, following this trade, what do? I hit the follow. So that lets me receive notifications after this is posted by Tom. And anytime he's here communicating, this is going to become highlighted white. And it's going to notify people, everyone that's following this trade, that there's new communications. So to be effective for each other, we want to reduce the amount of communication here only when there's a specific trade to this trade, not to other trades, just this trade. And we don't need sharing at this point in this area in terms of, you know, we enjoy and appreciate sharing, but in the alert section, we want to keep it limited and crisp and clear because Tom is coming in here and spending time trying to answer these questions for people. Their money is on the line. He wants to be accurate. He doesn't want to have to filter what's a question, what's not a question. He wants to move through here crisply and cleanly because he has a high goal to reach as many members as he can. and he works very hard at it. So we can all help him have more time to do more things for us in other areas by reducing the amount of time that he has to spend here. So that's our goal, is that we're going to become efficient, limited, but go to the other areas. We still want you to, share, communicate, show other things. We want that communication. It's highly valuable. It just needs to be effectively placed in the right area. So if we can all work together to do that, that would be great. I've noticed that there might be removal of some of the things that don't apply, just so people don't become confused on what happens to this trade. We just have to work on being clear, crisp, and simple. All right, so how do I know when there's an update? When there's an update, every time somebody posts something in here, this is an update. So people that are trying to keep up with Tom are also having to see all the additional communication, not knowing if that's Tom or not. So the more efficient we could be on that, the better. So how do we get notifications? Okay, we go to the selected trade and we decide all messages, only at messages, or nothing. I keep mine wide open, although all the communication I review at the end of the day, if there's anything that pertaining to the trade, just so I can follow Tom and learn from what he's doing. But I hope that that helps. Then, if you don't select a trade, or when you're done with this trade, maybe let's go to one that is a closed trade. Boy, Tom's busy. All these open trades. Okay, here's one. A closed trade. Okay. I was following and watching this trade. Trade is done. I have no more reason to see it. I had hit the follow button. What do? I click it. I unfollow it. I'm not going to see that show up on my trade list, and I won't hear about it anymore. So that's another way to keep this clean, limited, and only what you want to communicate with and see that'll be put on the list. Same thing for Igor. He has different strategies he's running with different underlines, shares them all here, and shares the chart so that it's very clear, it's very accurate, very specific. And then questions specific to the trade management is below. All right. And then moving on in this area, this is the high value real estate in this section, area that you want to focus on and become very familiar with. And then this is where Tom posts the small account trades. Now, this is not as active because small account trading is slower than a $400,000 account. But this is, again, same process. Whether you're interested in following these or not, just select what you want, follow it, ask questions if it's specific to this trade. If it's this trade, then go to that and ask a specific trade there. Same thing on the IRA, same process. A little more active, but in an IRA, not as highly leveraged as a SPAN portfolio margin account, where you can get a little more juice going, a little more capital applied. The IRA trades are going to be similar. And again, that trading plan that he uses is an overall umbrella, that the strategies he uses in there, he just incorporates different timing of the trades and different allocations, but you'll be able to watch that also. Here's where Gabe has his trades listed. Again, a lot of butterfly trades, broken wing butterflies. Here's a put debit spread. Very effective, successful trader in the community. been here before I showed up. So Gabe's a cornerstone here. The Candy's Corner. I check my time. I better go fast. This is if you want to talk to me. This is exploring my journey. Feel free to read about me. Communicate if you'd like. And if I'm not able to have covered all the things you wanted to learn today of understanding, navigating the platform, I was taking people's input for today, you know, come over here, drop me a line. Let me know, was it helpful? What wasn't helpful? What you want to see next time? You know, go ahead and feel free to hit me up there. So here's where new things will be coming in terms of product services of how you can find out when we start looking and rolling those things out. Contributors Corner, this is where Stacy and Eddie are, and where you're going to see these are newly launched. And Stacy, again, $25,000 account she's going to be trading, and Eddie is just a master to learn from. Very talented trader. And then here's your next high value section, the Income Navigator. Here's that primary property of real estate, location, location, location. This is where you can ask your questions to them directly, the traders directly, strategies. If it's trade specific, you want to go to the trade alert area. Or if it's just sharing in general, that would be where you could do that. Member trades. This is where you can learn what other people are doing. This is where you post your trade first, and then you show the results later. So it's showing the ideas and the work. A lot of people will use this to keep themselves accountable. So they share in advance and then have to manage and monitor with somebody looking over their shoulder. And people just really trying to educate and show others what's possible. Small account. Again, people who have small accounts are coming in here, and boy, I saw some sharing the other day. It was just quite amazing to watch all the member to member sharing and working and working their plans and how they do it. IRA. This again is if you want to have conversations with members, Tom, this is where you want to do it. Tom also shares charts from time to time. This is where you'll find that. Strategy guide. This is your golden area, especially when you're new. This has your trading plan. This has the newly added small account spreadsheet. There are strategy guides in here for Tom's philosophy on trading. Here is the 24 trade tracker. This is what you want to just make a copy of. You don't have to ask for access from Tom. You want to download it, make it your own for your own trades, or take one and just monitor and watch how Tom manages his trades. He gives you all the details on it. This is last year. If you want to check out his results on different strategies, it's all included there for you. Here are the strategy guides. He also has how to put trading account plans together, how to do the adjustments. Just spending time in this area will have you well on the way of adopting the strategies and understanding how to use them. Member videos. This is for your own customized training area. That's just for you, not shared anywhere else. But Tom does regular education for us. He implemented a trade he hadn't been sharing with the community. And so he made sure he covered it in a webinar, and he made sure it was updated in his account plan. So it's a very vibrant, constantly changing environment. Daily videos are how are we doing? Where is Tom making money? And how does he talk to you about how to manage yourself as a trader? The Zoom alert, this is where we post when we're going to be having sessions with the members. And here's your next area you'll want to grow into. This is not a must-have in the beginning. This is something that you can add and grow into as your knowledge and strategies grow, where you can come and watch. First, there's two areas. There's trade type. So there are discussions and forums for different trading strategies, ratio spreads. This is an active one as rates have gone up and people are trying to capitalize, excuse me, on receiving income from rates, T-bills. That's active, and Ed's there helping with that. So there's a forum and then a discussion area. Forum is you're welcome to open things when the conversation is going to continue or a concept. And then discussion is available for general conversation. Same thing, ratio spread. So if you have a trade alert, like the ratio spread came out yesterday and you wanted to ask questions about ratio spreads, that's where you'd come. And you'd share that information there versus being directly in the alert section. The areas that I would highlight in here, I'm going to let you spend time going through it as you continue to expand what resonates for you in trades is there's a spreadsheet question area. Pardon me. These are general questions that might not be specific to a trade structure or a general area. These are things you want to keep track of that we don't want in the regular chat because we want to capture all the conversation versus having just little bites of it in the main chat. So if you have a spreadsheet question, if you come here, a lot of people help and answer the questions. Members are very knowledgeable. There is a private small education coming up. Here is where people can register for that education. And Tom posted what's going to be covered and the cost of that. And this is currently in development. The other one, share your trading plan, is a great area if you want to get people's input, have accountability, have people review your information, make sure that you're on the right track, and ask questions there. Early profit management is always a conversation because a lot of people come from the tasty knowledge and what they've been taught. And so it's an area for conversation and exploration with people of what they do and then how they trade it. And if you're new, another area that is a common question is right here, charts. A lot of people want to have Tom's charts. And so here's where you can, if you have Thinkorswim, here's where you can come to download that. There's other studies that people have shared. Igor shared how to automate exits on his strategy of selling the SPY out of the money puts. And so he's automated and shared that order that you can set up and use. And Tom shared with us his put call ratio chart. So download that there. And lots of great information. So that is an hour. I'm going to go see if I can just see any chats, any messages that you may have. So bear with me a moment while I cruise through everyone. Good to see you all. Very nice of you to come. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, I love this. I'm going to capture a lot of good suggestions here from members on what to do and how to improve things. I love it. We always have great contributing members. Thank you for that. Good. Good sharing. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with one idea. And, oh, hang on. I can't leave yet. I've got to show you the value of the trading plan alone and the spreadsheet. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't show the these valuable content, these golden things. Brand new trading plan out today. Few modifications on the ratio spread that Tom updated. So the current one is dated January 10th. So go find that in your strategy guide area and download it. But this is Tom goes into everything you need to be successful here and make money. Now you want to make it your own and not just take everything verbatim, because it's what works for him at his portfolio size, which is 400,000. So yours might not be at that size currently. It might be bigger, might be smaller. It doesn't matter to us. We accommodate all trading, and there's just modifications and changes done. He goes over his core strategies, his entries, his exits, management, adjustments. So this is, remember I said this is your best friend. Start here first. When you have questions, make sure you understand what he's doing and then ask clarification questions. And you'll just become so much of a stronger trader just spending time here until you really understand it, where it becomes second knowledge to you, where it just rolls off the top of your head. That is the trading plan. It's quite extensive. And then we have the new spreadsheet, 2024 spreadsheet for the IN account, which is a $400,000 account. Tom keeps this in real time. So if you want to watch it real time, just download it, keep it on your desktop. And if you want to copy it for yourself, make your own. Download it into the format you want, and you're well on your way of implementing the strategies that the best traders trade with, and they don't trade without. There's also calculators down here that can help you with developing your trading plan and sizing how many trades you should have on of the different underlines so that you don't overload your boat. Okay, so a wise trader that I know said you need to simplify to multiply. So while there's a lot of valuable content here, you want to start out with things simple first, repeatable, scalable. And when you do that, you'll see the profits show up in your account. Some people that are newer here, they're amazed at actually being profitable, because most discords, it's really hard to be consistently profitable. But I want to point something out in Tom's trading plan. What you're receiving here is a plan that he hones and modifies each year, but keeps a lot of the same material there. And it's a proven trading plan. Last year, he did over 40% results in his account. We got to watch it and see it in real time. But the really powerful news is 2 years ago, when the market was difficult to trade, he had over an 80% return. So you're getting something that's proven, repeatable, scalable. It's been tested, and there's people that created it around you that can support you. So I'm glad you're here. I'm excited to see your journey, and we're here to support you. But start out simple, start out small. Start out with a few strategies and then grow from there. And we're here to support you, and the community is there to support you. So thank you again. If there's something you'd like to share with me that you didn't get to share or didn't get covered, right over here on Friday's Zoom call. Feel free to provide feedback or anything else you'd like to see in the future. And with that, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. And I hope it's TGIF Friday, and I hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget the markets are primarily closed on Monday, and Tom King's going to be taking his time on a holiday to show how to set up the IRA spreadsheet. So I hope that you'll be able to be there and join him and be able to implement that. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Take care.